What if I told you that you could start a therapy business with just £500 and very quickly, within a matter of weeks, turn that £500 into £2,000? Not requiring a fancy website, without having to pay a fortune for expensive advertising that would drain your budget. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps I would take if I had to do it again, step by step. Stick around for number 7, because that's where I'll probably earn the most amount of money with the least amount of investment. Sound good? Let's get into it. Hello, my name is James Taylor. I'm an online counsellor, hypnotherapist and life coach. I'm also an author, a podcaster and a YouTuber. If this is your first time to Therapy Business School, a very warm welcome. If you've been here before, a very warm welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk you through the steps that I would recommend taking if either you are wanting to rebrand your therapy business or if you're just starting out. If you're a student, stick around and still watch this, because if you're looking to get into private practice, your own private practice, you're going to need to follow these steps to get there. Okay? Now remember, the goal is 500 to 2,000. Let's get moving on this. Step number 1, identify your real avatar. Now what that means, what is an avatar? An avatar is your ideal client. Think of them as like a character in a story. What do they do? What financial bracket are they in? Where do they live geographically in relation to you? Does that feature if you're an online therapist? What's their income bracket? What kind of things bother them? What are their likes? What are their dislikes? Now, the importance of identifying your avatar is everything starts from this. Your marketing, your website, your message, your online presence, everything starts with you knowing who your ideal client is. Okay, so that is number 1. Step number 2, choose a clear niche. So instead of saying I help people with anxiety, specialize and market that you specialize. So instead of I help people with anxiety, it might be I help professionals with performance anxiety. I help young mums returning to work for the first time. I help people approaching retiring. Narrow it down. Now this is a big mistake that many people make, and I used to as well. So full hands up and transparency on this. If you try and speak to everyone, you speak to no one. Okay, so narrow it down. Do exactly what you say. Do what you say on the tin. Do what it says on the tin. Okay, so bring it in. Number 2. Step number 3, build an online presence. With steps 1 and 2, which hopefully you're making notes as you go through this, with those 2 in the bag and you've worked on this, now we need to build your online presence. And this is going to be crafted and sculpted in a way that anyone who looks at your online presence, it'll be clear exactly what you do and how you do it. Who do you help? So put all your efforts into this. Now, an online presence can involve a website. You don't need an all singing, all dancing website. You really don't. What you do need is an optimized website. Now, what I would recommend is outsource that task to somebody else. Outsource it to someone who makes websites. Don't try and learn it yourself. It will take you too long. It will drain your money. It will slow you down. You'll probably make mistakes and not know you're doing it, and you won't know how to fix them. Guess who did that? Me. I made all them mistakes. So don't do it. Outsource it to an expert. It will save you time. It will save you money, even though it will cost some money. Now, it doesn't cost that much. You might want a very basic website, but you do have to make sure it's optimized so it can be found. Like when someone searches therapist near me, you want to be popping up. Okay, so that is the online aspect. Step number 4, join a professional body. Now this can be free for the first 6 months. You might want to be on the BAC website or the NTS website or another website. Most of them offer a 6-month free trial. Now what you can do, you can go into Facebook groups, and in particular therapy-based Facebook groups where therapists are on there as a private group, and you can ask, does anyone have a code for me to join this? And one of the members on there will have a code. They will let you join. You might get 6 months free using their code, and they might get a month free because you've used their code. Okay, so you need to get yourself optimized and then get yourself on these professional bodies. 6 months is a long time. If you put yourself out to a few of them, within 6 months you'll know which one's working for me and which one isn't. The ones that are not working, bin them. The ones that are working for you, invest in them. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, this is a big one, branding. Branding is more than just what your logo is. It's the name of your business, it's your brand colours, it's your brand fonts, it's your message, it might be your typography, it could be a whole load of things. Again, you don't have to become a branding expert to get this done. Outsource this thing. Another go-to, again, go back to Fiverr and search for branding. Just type it in the search bar. Branding experts. Branding for my business, whatever it might be. You will find someone on there. You can look on their profiles. You can see how many reviews that person's got. They will give you a guide on the price, whether it's a quick turnaround, whether it's a particular thing, whether you want more detail, whether you want the bells and the whistles. So use part of your £500. A lot of it is going to be going over to Fiverr because you're going to be outsourcing this as much as you can. Okay? So get over on Fiverr. Do not do this yourself. That's branding. Step number 6, equipment and presentation. Now, if you are an online only therapist, you probably want to go and invest in a decent webcam, a decent light, a decent microphone. What I'll do is I'll put links in the description for ones I've used in the past that are towards the lower end but still quality. Don't worry about it at the moment. The fact that it's a cheaper price, the money you make, you can upgrade later on, but this is about to get you up and running. So definitely a good ring light, definitely a good microphone, definitely a good webcam. You want sharpness, clarity and focus. There's an old saying, if you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So you want to make sure this is optimized. Now another thing you're going to need to do as part of this, get a professional headshot. Don't get one that's off your phone. Don't get one like this mock one that I made up where I'm sitting on a camel. Don't be doing that. Okay? Again, guess who made that mistake? Me. Back in the early days when I was doing this, I had a grainy picture that was taken on a holiday location somewhere in Rome. It looked nice, it wasn't professional. As soon as you zoomed in, it would pixelate. The quality was rubbish. Go and get a professional headshot done. You'll be surprised how cheap this is. And you don't end up with one photograph. Most of the time you go to these professional headshot places, you can have different changes of clothing for different looks, different coloured top. And a headshot, it's going to be literally just this. But you're going to have that for a long, long time. The lighting will be perfect. The image quality will be perfect. You might even have a nice time while you're doing it. So use part of the £500 to get yourself a professional headshot. And that goes on your website, that goes on your social media, that goes on all your marketing. Okay? See how these things are coming together? So that is that. Number 7. This one is the one I mentioned way back at the beginning of the video. This one probably has earned me the most amount of money with the least amount of investment. And it's a booking system. Get a booking system for your business. Now, I've already done a previous video which goes into more detail on this. I'll put the link for it up above. But what is a booking system? Well, let me tell you what I used to do. Honestly, I was making mistakes all over the place. What I used to do, I had an old paper diary, and someone might email me or message me, do you have an appointment on Tuesday at 2 o'clock? I go to my paper diary, or I'd have to wait till I get home to look at my paper diary. And I haven't got 2 o'clock, I've got 3. I'd reply in a message. Does that work for you, 3 o'clock? A few hours might go by, they get back, oh no, I can't do 3. do you have Wednesday at 1 o'clock? I go back to my paper diary. Wednesday, I haven't got one. I've got 2 o'clock. All this backwards and forwards. It's creating friction, and the last thing you need in your business is friction. So what I did instead, and I waited far too long before I did this, I got a booking system. Now I used to use one called Calendly. Calendly is fantastic. Again, I'll put the link for it in the description. But when it was time for renewal, I started shopping around. And Calendly, the renewal price was about 120. I can't remember whether that was pounds or dollars, but it was about 120. And I thought, I'm just going to see what else is out there. And I found another one called TidyCal. And TidyCal was a one-off payment of $37, I think it was. TidyCal does everything that I need in my business that Calendly was charging me. Does everything. The only difference is TidyCal was like $37 or pounds. Calendly wanted 120, so I switched from Calendly to TidyCal. And it's great. Here's how it happens now. I have a link. And if someone messaged me and says, can you do 2 o'clock on Tuesday? Send them the link. Here's my calendar link. Have the link on your website. You can have the link on your social media. You can have the link wherever you want. And it just reduces the friction massively. And what happens now, instead of the old way, which would work, but it was a pain in the backside, what happens now is someone clicks on the link, they book their session, it blocks out the calendar so no one else can book that session, it sends us both the Zoom link, we're good to go. So get yourself a booking system, and that is number 7. Number 8, and we've covered this in a few of the other ones already, outsource and optimize. If your car broke down and you didn't know how to fix your car, you've got options. You're probably just going to put it in the garage. You're probably going to get a mechanic out just to fix the problem. What you're not going to do is to spend a lot of time and effort and become an expert in cars to fix the problem of the car that's on your driveway. You just get the mechanic out to sort it. So this is what you need to do in your business. In the beginning, you are spinning a few plates. Granted, you are, because you haven't really got the funds to do it. But we've got a £500 budget here. Outsource and optimise as much as you can. Let me tell you the true story. There's a concept I use called the 3 Ds, D for Delta. Now the 3 Ds stand for do it, delegate it, or delete it. Now, here's the true story. It has nothing to do with business, but I apply it in my life all the time. A few years ago now, I was having a niggle with my tooth. It was right at the back. And I thought, I don't want to hang around with that. Get myself to the dentist. Hopefully it's a filling, and that's it. Got myself to the dentist. Dentist did an x-ray, looked at the tooth, and said, you've had an infection inside your tooth. And it hasn't been near your nerve, but it's been there for some time. And he was showing me the x-ray. And he said, and now it's gone up into your gum. And then it's hit the nerve. And that's why you're not feeling it. I said, right, okay. Is it a course of antibiotics that I need? He said, no, it's gone past that. I said, okay. Is it a filling then? He said, no. He said, the only thing we can do, we have to extract the tooth. And I was thinking, my goodness, I didn't expect that to be happening. So the dentist said, well, we can do it now if you like. It doesn't take that long. It's just a quick injection to numb you, and I'll remove the tooth. And I was weighing up what I was going to do. And the dentist said to me, well, we don't have to do it now. You can make an appointment downstairs and come back in a month or something. And I said to the dentist, is it going to get better on its own? The dentist said, no. At best, it'll stay the same, but you're already in pain. It's probably just going to get worse. The only way to resolve this is to remove the tooth. Immediately I went to the 3 Ds to do it. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the skill. Number 3 on the list is delete it. I couldn't do that either. So that gets rid of this one, the do it, and it gets rid of the delete it. I mean, I could delete it, but it would have meant I'd be walking on in pain. The only option I had, truly, was to delegate it. And standing in front of me was the exact person to delegate it to. Now, did it go according to plan? Not so much. The tooth broke as he was taking it out. He had to go in with some forceps. It bled a lot and I walked out with some stitches in my gum. It wasn't the most pleasant of experiences I've ever had. But, me being a bit of a glass half full, a thought occurred to me as I was leaving the dentist. Although I didn't feel like it at the time, my healing was starting immediately. If I'd have waited a month, that's a whole month of healing I would have missed out on. And I still would have had to get it done anyway. So use the 3Ds and really embrace this. Do it, delegate it, delete it. And that is that. Number 9, and one on the home straight. This one is networking. Get out in the community. If you're a face-to-face person therapist, get out in your local community. Find what community meetings are taking place. Ask if you can go along and give a talk about what you do. Introduce yourself to people. Start building the bridge that some might think, oh, therapy is not for me. And the therapist might do this and might do that. And they might meet you in a group setting and go, wow, I didn't expect it to be anything like that. They seem very approachable. They seem very nice. They've helped people like me in the past. I wonder if they can help me. And think about all the people who might be at an event like that. How many people they would know? Who could they then go on to say, maybe they're okay. Maybe there's nothing going on for them. But they've got a friend who's suffering from anxiety. Someone who's got insomnia. Someone who is suffering with depression. Someone who's got something going on. And they can say to their friend who you've never met, you know, I was at a community meeting last night and speaking to this therapist, came along and gave a talk and they had a few business cards and here's the website. And the name's really easy to remember because your branding's done properly. And they're just around the corner. You know, might be worth just checking them out. That person will go online, check out your social media, check out your website. See how these things come together? Your profile picture's looking so nice. You're looking really good. Your website's written nice and clean. There's lots of testimonials on there from other people. You've got a booking link so that you can book a free consultation. Do you see how these things now start to fit together like a really good jigsaw? That's the importance of this. So that is number 9. Number 10, marketing. This is huge. You can be the best therapist in the world. If no one knows you exist, you are lost. So marketing is really important. So with your marketing and your social media presence, post on a regular basis. Post little wins in your business. Post little achievements that you've done. Post your clients' successes with their permission, of course, so you don't breach confidentiality. Celebrate and share what you do on your social media. Now, there's a concept. Google many years ago did a load of research and wrote a PDF that you can download called 0 Moments of Truth. I'll put the link for that in the description as well. Now, what 0 Moments of Truth is all about is what's the psychology behind someone making a buying decision. And they came up with a concept called 7-11-4. And the 7-11-4 stands for someone before someone's comfortable making a buying decision, not just for therapy, but for anything. They generally need to have 7 hours of content, over 11 different interactions, over 4 different touch points. Don't worry about the technical side of what that means. The essence of it is that person's got to see you. That person's got to hear your name. That person's got to see your social media post. They've got to. And they've got to see it on such a regular basis. Not that you're bombarding them with this stuff, but you're just gently showing up. Here's what I do. And maybe have a think, have you bought something that you didn't buy it the first time you saw it, but you saw it a few times over and then you thought, I'm going to buy that. That would be the 7-11-4 concept in play. You've seen something a few times. You might think, yeah, I might get round to that at some point. You might see the adverts again. Oh, there's that thing. Yeah, probably. Yeah. You see it a few more times. Before you know it, it's in your shopping cart and you're getting it delivered to your home. Have you done that? I've done that. And it's because of the psychology behind this. So really with your marketing, as uncomfortable as you may feel about it, it's really okay. You're just a person who wants to help other people. Let them know you exist. Okay? So that's with the marketing. I hope that makes sense. And there are the 10 steps. But as a little bonus, if there's one thing that, if I had to pick one out of all of these things that I've been speaking about, it would be outsource as much as possible. It frees up your time when you outsource. Yeah, it might cost a bit of money, but it frees up your time and you can't get your time back. You see, if you're learning how to be a web designer and you're learning how to be someone who writes fantastic blog posts and you're learning how to optimize this and optimize that, what you're not doing is doing what you do best and sitting with a client, helping them out, letting them discover things about themselves. And if you're learning these other things because you're not sitting with the client, you're also not earning any money. If seeing clients as your only means of making money. So if I had to pick one out of all these, it would be outsource pretty much everything. Free up your time. That's why you're doing this, isn't it? You don't want to be working like a dog, feeling burnt out, exhausted, feeling frustrated, not earning the money that you want to earn. Outsource. So that is a little bonus one for you. So there it is. 10 proven steps that will help you go from £500 to £2,000. And this is very, very doable. You see, it's not about spending big. It's about spending intentionally. It's not about it costing you something. It's about investing into something. Very subtle, but very, very different. And these things all work. So do you have to do them all at once? No. That's why you outsource to places like Fiverr, places like a photographer who does the professional headshots. You're not turning up with your camera, getting behind the lens, making sure the lighting's all right. That's what the photographer does. That's what you're paying for. And you'll end up with a file of wonderful pictures of you that you can put all over the place. Will there be some that you think, oh, I don't like that one? Yeah. Guess what? You don't need them. You don't use that one. But you'll end up with a file of quality pictures that you do. And not like the mock one that I created of me sitting on a camel wearing a Mexican sombrero. That was an AI generated image, by the way. So I hope you've really enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a like. If you think it's worth it, please press the subscribe button on the channel. It really helps grow the channel, which encourages me to make more videos just like this one. For those who might be interested in joining my Facebook group, it's completely free. It's called Therapy Business School, and the link for that, as well as all the other things that I've spoken about, that'll be in the description. The only stipulation to join is you must answer all the membership questions, and you must either be qualified or a student. If that's you, and you like the sound of that, and I post regularly on the group, come and join it. It's a great group. I hope to see you on the next video. If you're interested in more specifics about how to get more clients, you've done all this work, where are the clients, how do we get them? I've made a video on a website called bark.com. Now, you might have heard of bark.com, and in some therapy groups it gets a terrible slating. I found it fantastic. And I've made a video review on that, and I'll put the video just here. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Again, this is James from Therapy Business School, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye.